This is Financial Straight Talk with Jim Fox.
Welcome back into Financial Straight Talk. It's all powered by Wadadley Financial Group. Alongside Jim Fox, he's the founder, president, and investment advisor representative. He's also the Financial Straight Talker himself. And, of course, his lovely bride, Michelle. She's the director of client relations with Wadadley Financial Group. My name is Kevin McAlpin. We appreciate you being with us on the show each and every weekend. Obviously, a lot going on in the news cycle, including the big, beautiful bill, which we discussed earlier in the show. If you'd like to learn more about the impact that could have on your retirement, you're not alone. Now all you need to do is pick up the phone. Give Jim and his team a call today. It's 321-414-7526. That's 321-414-PLAN. Or online, you can reach them at the website, getfst.com. Jim, you've been doing this how many years now?
We're 28 in December, so 27 technically, but I'm going to round this thing up because we're close enough, so it's called 28 years.
All right, so almost 28 years you've been helping folks right here on the Space Coast plan for their retirement, right in your own backyard. Yeah. I know you talked about earlier in the show just how much this means to you to sort of almost kind of give back to your community, right? You said your parents never really had this information, and now you get a chance to deliver that to folks that you grew up. We saw it at the workshop, folks you went to high school with.
Yeah, how cool was that, right?
That was pretty awesome.
I mean, it's wild when you see this stuff, but no one ever knocked on my parents' door and said, "Hey, let me show you how to save money and how to retire financially independent." Mm-hmm. But you know who did knock on the door? And you heard me say this: the Kirby vacuum cleaner salesman. Right. And so they bought a $4,000 vacuum cleaner, vacuum cleaner, and I don't know how old I was, 12, 11, and I mean just. That was just life, right? You know, people sold, and I still see that even in the financial services industry. I say, so I'm not just picking on the Kirby salesman. I'm talking about people are used to having things sold to them. They're not used to somebody helping them come up with solutions and walk them through the process. And I mean, the statistics shocking to me. When you showed me this, I knew that there weren't a lot of people that deal with financial advisors, but I kind of understand why. But share that number, because this is shocking to me.
Yeah, this comes from New York Life. It's a recent survey, and it finds that only 15% of folks that they surveyed plan to use a financial advisor. Let me give you a few examples of why they said they didn't want to use them. Cost was one of them. Yep. Finding someone they can trust, another. A bad experience in the past, and fear of judgment, just a few of the things that made that list. So, Jim, you and I have talked about this. This is probably a little bit of a different financial show than most folks are used to hearing. If you're new to the program, of course, if you are, welcome. But some of those answers, that's a little disheartening when you hear some of those things, isn't it?
It really is. And there's so many pieces of it that we can kind of cut through. Like an example. Okay. So cost. I had a lady in last week. I love her to death. And she looked me in the eye and she goes, "I really like everything, but you're just more expensive than my guy." And I said, "Oh, am I? Like, when did that happen?" And she goes, "Well, he only charges me 1%. And I said, well, how much am I charging you?" And she goes, "Well, I don't know." And I go, "Actually, he's charging you 1.1 and we're 1, so I'm cheaper." So it's this weird, like nobody really understands cost, right? And it's not just the cost of something, it's how much all the underlying expense ratios. I mean, I sit down with people and they think they're paying 1.2%, and I do all the Morningstar report and they're paying 1.75, 2.2%, right? So cost is confusing. It's hard to understand. Everybody thinks that they're expensive, and I can go to one of the robo-advisors and do it for free. Well, even those aren't free. I need to tell you that. So cost is an issue. I don't say it as eloquently as like you just did. I always say it's like showing someone your dirty underwear. You know the ones, you know what I'm talking about. Like Michelle has all this pretty stuff, right? Like I got that underwear that she's like, "You know what? You should throw that away." Like there's like how many more? But you know what I'm saying?
Holding on for dear life.
Holding on, right?
I got rid of the red t-shirt.
She had a red t-shirt she hated, and finally she's like, "I'm throwing this damn thing away."
It disappeared.
It was beautiful, man. It was so soft. But it's because there's no fabric left.
Right. There's nothing to it. Yeah.
But it's embarrassing, and you don't want to be judged. Right. And I've told the story about my dad and mom going to get a car loan at Community Educators Credit Union, and the lady Gladys, who was really always nice, but I remember how it felt when my mom and dad were asking for a loan and she was at her desk, and it felt weird, right? So there's that piece of it. The other thing is there's so much information out there that contradicts other things, right? So you go see somebody, they say you should do this. You go see somebody, you should do this. So finding somebody that you can trust is really, really difficult. And the reality is that all of these are really good, viable reasons not to do it. But the reality is the people that work with a financial advisor and they can find the right fit. And you notice I always say, if we're the right fit.
Sure.
I would love to listen to radio for a day and write down how many times other people say, if we're the right fit. Because I'm telling you, I don't believe it's said, okay? Because you need to find the right fit for you. Being nice and being liked is not the right fit. I have never heard any crazy story where somebody does something horrific and the person goes, yeah, that guy was a jerk. They always go, oh, he's such a nice guy. I can't believe he did that, right?
Right.
And I'm talking about, in general, right, in life. My job is not to be liked by you. And no, granted, I understand that's my weakness. So that's why I hire all likable people. That's why I'm married to such a likable person, because I am not likable sometimes. But I'm the guy that says, Kevin, it is an idiotic move for you to buy a Corvette right now. Don't do it. And you go, well, I want it anyway. Well, great. It's your money. Do whatever you want with it. But that's the way I talk to you.
Right.
You need your financial coach to tell you when you're not doing something right. That's what you need. And so I get it. There's so many reasons not to do it. But the reasons why you do is the numbers show that if you can find someone that's the right fit, somebody that will go out and give you balanced advice, you will make more money statistically working with somebody than you do on your own. Because I always tell people, and I wish we did TV, but thank God it's not, because you'd have to look at Kevin and I. Michelle would be great for TV, but not us.
Yeah,
right?
this is a face for radio.
So I am holding my fingers, 2 inches apart.
Yeah.
That's how much financial planning I do, okay, when it comes to investment choices and stuff like that. Now I'm holding my hands about, 12 inches apart, right? That's how much tax planning I do. And now I'm holding my arms as far apart, Kevin, as I can. So I don't know, what's that, 5 feet?
5
6
and a half,
feet?
6 feet, yeah.
Right? That's how much investment psychology I deal with, retirement psychology. Because retirement is about understanding how to use your money effectively without having to worry about running out of money. Everybody wants to talk how much money you're going to make. If you come over to me, I'm going to make you 12%. And if you get 12% for 23 years, you got $59.3 million. And I look at somebody and say, hey, look, my job is to do this. Let's make you money, but let's let you live the retirement you deserve. Does that make sense? Let's get you the best rate of return with the least amount of risk possible, i.e. market guard, right? These are the things that we talk about. And people go see somebody, and going to see somebody means I'm going to sell somebody something, right? And I see people that come into my office that have 3 annuities, 4 annuities, 5 annuities. And when I start asking, I'm like, well, why? And I'm not saying annuities are bad, because they're good for the right people, but they're bad for the wrong people.
Right.
Well, why do you have that one? I don't know. I went to this workshop and he sold me that. And I have a lady that's coming in next week, man. I dread this meeting because there's nothing I can do for her. And I looked, and like 69% of her money is all in annuities. And when Lucas asked her, well, what was the purpose behind them? She said, I don't know. See, this is the problem with our industry. And I'm disgusted by the way that our industry has been teaching people, and what I mean, or treating people, not teaching people, because they're not teaching, they're treating people. That goes back to the beginning of our where we started 8 minutes ago, saying, you know what, mom and dad didn't have anyone there to help them. Nobody came in and talked to them, but the person selling them a vacuum cleaner did, or the water softener, or whatever it is. And now you fast forward and you look at what I'm talking about here is now you got people with money that are still getting the same sell you this product, sell you that product. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. If you aren't comfortable doing something or buying something, I'm going to give you the best advice in the world. Don't do it. It's that simple.
Right.
Listen, I sit down with people every single day and I look them in the eye and I said, there is never going to be a perfect financial plan for you. I can't do it. If I had that magic wand, I'd be waving it for everybody. But what we can do is find the plan that makes the most sense for you. If you're uncomfortable doing this, don't do it. I'll be honest with you. I do not really like to invest in companies, tobacco, alcohol, pornography. This is just not my thing. I don't want to, and that's a personal decision. Some people come and say, well, that's where all the money's at. Well, do you? My job is to explain why we do these things, how they make sense, and the pros and cons of every decision we make. My job is super simple, Kevin, when I sit down with you. Number one, I got to make sure you're going to get enough money off of your investments to live the retirement style you want. And if we can't do that, we're going to have to adjust. Once we figure that part out, I want to find a way for you to pay the least amount in taxes. Last but not least, sooner or later, you are going to die. And when that day comes, I want to make sure that that money goes to your spouse, your children, your church, your community, whatever it is. I want that money to go where it goes in the most efficient manner possible. My job is not to sell you any product. I don't know what products make sense for you, but I do understand the psychology of retirement. And when I sit down with you, I will tell you this with absolute certainty. You walk through my door and you meet anyone on my team, and if they start selling you stuff, they will go out the door with you looking for a new job. Our job is not to sell you. Our job is to provide you with solutions to questions that you have, maybe things you're worried about, and fill in those gaps in retirement to give you the confidence to enjoy the retirement you want. If you're looking for some guy to be slick and wear a tie and use fancy words, I'm going to screw up. We joked about it earlier. I'm going to screw up my is's and r's. Okay, live with it. And if you don't like my redneck talking, go somewhere else, dude. I don't care. But what I do want you to know is that when you walk through our door, we're going to treat you like family. We're going to talk to you with respect, regardless of if you have $50,000 or $50 million, because to you, that's all your money. And we want to give you the tools to make the right decision. I totally get it. You get this stuff every day. And I feel, Kevin, I want you to know, I hate giving out my damn phone number. I hate it. I don't like to do it. But they told me, Jim, you got to start giving out the number because people are calling or writing in saying he's not giving the number to call us. I want you to know Kevin's going to give out the number this time, not me. But I want you guys to know we're here to help you. We're here to walk you through this process. There's no need that you need to be one of those people that don't want to go see a financial advisor because of one of those excuses. I will take them all away from you, and you can still walk out the door and decide if you're the right fit. But even if I'm not, find somebody to help you navigate these waters. Kevin, I'll hand it off to you and let you do your magic.
And again, folks, if you'd like to get on Jim Fox's calendar, if you'd like to figure out maybe is he the fit when it comes to planning for your retirement, keep this number handy. It's 321-414-7526. Again, it's 321-414-PLAN. Online anytime. It's getfst.com. And Jim, like you mentioned just a little while ago, a chance for folks to already get, you don't even have this workshop for the big, beautiful bill.
We don't have
yet.
chairs.
We don't have anything.
We don't have tables. Yeah. We don't have chairs. We don't have a presentation. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to know how the big, beautiful bill is going to impact you in retirement, be one of the first people to attend that chairless, tableless, presentationless event that we're going to do. Yeah. Oh, not compliance approved yet, right? None of these. But get on our list because I'm telling you, we will call you first, and you will get one of the first seats so you can come and learn about this thing.
Our listeners today, they got breaking news, so we want to stay tuned for that. And if you'd like to be at the front of the line, at the top of the list, again, 321-414-7526 is the number. 321-414-PLAN. Well, Jim, I don't know about you, this hour, like it typically does, it just zips right on. This might be the fastest hour in radio history around the country. But before we say goodbye for the weekend, my friend, I'm going to leave the floor all yours for the final word.
Kevin, thanks so much. Well, guys, every week, Kevin and I want to say thank you. We know that you have tons of options when it comes to getting financial information, and we're just honored to be one of those resources. So like he said, if there's anything we can do, pick up the phone, give us a call. We're standing by to answer those questions. But with all that being said, on behalf of myself and Mr. Kevin Mack, I want to thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next time on the Financial Straight Talk.
Thanks for listening to Financial Straight Talk with Jim Fox. To learn more, visit getfst.com.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Wadadley Financial Group. Wadadley Financial Group is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through Impact Partnership Wealth LLC IPW, a registered investment advisor. IPW does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Wadadley Financial Group are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying abilities of the issuing carrier. This show is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Wadadley Financial Group is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during this show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any government agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Wadadley Financial Group.